retired my mother, and I also have taken care of my...
You have retired your mother?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Is she a racehorse?
Today we're going to look at the most agonizing interview that the mainstream media did with a student that is inside Andrew Tate's The Real World, and this interview genuinely had my blood boiling because of the fact that the person who interviewed the student did not even acknowledge his points about what he said about Andrew Tate, but just tried to attack him from every single angle, and at the end he even destroys her in a very, very good way, and you need to see all of this because this is insane. Hey guys, if you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please be sure to do so. Let's get 1,000 likes on this video because that would be really cool. But yeah, let's just get into this. Some time ago, this viral interview dropped where some company from the mainstream media invited a student from Andrew Tate's school to join them for an interview, and I'm pretty sure this interview happened a while ago, but it's still cool to look back on this and see how crazy this was. But yeah, let's begin.
Why can't people take to the good, he says? Why are they not seeing all the good things he says about self-accountability, about making more money? He has personally helped me through his apparently pyramid scheme through hospital.
How's he helped you? Tell me.
Because I left my job.
And?
I am now Sorry?
And what did you do?
Now, before we continue, you can clearly tell that she does not have plans to have a respectful conversation with this guy because she clearly sees him as the enemy and as someone who she cannot agree with anything. It's very, very obvious. Also, it looks like her talking is her cardio, which I find to be just a little bit hilarious.
Yeah, tell me the story.
I was a part of his pyramid scheme, which is completely not a pyramid scheme. One part of his Hustlers University is an affiliate marketing area where there's also 11, 12 other areas where verified millionaires will also teach you how to become wealthy. Now, people don't want to see that. They just want to attack him for the pyramid scheme.
How have you become wealthy? Have you?
Yes.
How?
Because I've managed to leave my job at the age of 23 years old. I'm in the greatest physique in my life. I take utmost self-accountability, and I'm moving out of the Western countries I am placed in now in the next 3 months.
And that doesn't sound like a job. How do you work now to become rich?
Oh, so I was a part of his methods of creating wealth. So, for example, he does copywriting, he does stock trading, he does crypto trading.
Could you translate that for me into what you do and how it earns you money?
We look at companies that are going to increase in value over time, and we trade that. We also day trade, and we also copyright. So we write marketing and sales emails for companies.
And how much have you earned as a result of that? Would you say, broadly speaking?
Well, put it this way: I was earning about after taxes probably 9K before, and now I'm well over that, and I can provide for my family. And I'm only 23 years old. My mum and my siblings. So I've retired my mother, and I also have taken care of my.
You have retired your mother?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Is she a racehorse?
She doesn't have to work. She doesn't have to... Sorry?
Is she a racehorse?
Now this is where we enter the territory of absolute BS. I genuinely don't think she misunderstood what he said. I think she might be jealous that her children can't do the same thing. And she's stuck in the system of belief that it's quite impossible for your children to quote-unquote retire you at such an early age. She later says that the language he used was very, very weird, which is just another attack to make him look worse because as of right now, she can't really disagree with anything because she doesn't really know much about what he was saying, and now that she has the chance, she tries to completely drown him by making it the most stupid argument ever.
Is it not good to take care of your family?
No, just the language is interesting. You have retired your mother.
I have retired my mother. She doesn't have to work a day in her life again because of her son.
And she's happy?
She is extremely happy about that. She gets to pursue all her passions.
And how would you feel about somebody being online thinking, well, she's got all that time on her hands now, you want to keep her under control, you should hit her a couple of times to keep her under control, you should throw her possessions out of the window. What do you think of that?
Yeah, no, so again...
You find it funny?
I find it funny that you keep using this one example, which is proved completely untrue.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the way mainstream media does the interviews about Andrew Tate. She firstly tried to attack him for saying that he retired his mother, which by the way is a brilliant thing to do. And then when he absolutely destroyed her, she then started talking about some absolute weird stuff. Like, oh, how would you feel like if someone hit her to keep her under control? You know, all of those things that Andrew Tate has been accused of, which obviously never happened. And there's a lot of proof that you can actually do what this guy did inside the real world. Just check out this video.
People often wonder why my fan base is so dedicated. Well, if they listen to me, it's the first time they ever feel good. First time they ever train hard, feel better mentally. Now they're not stressed or depressed anymore, and they start to make some money, and they go, you know what, I started listening to Tate a year ago. I'm in the best shape financially, the best shape physically, the best shape mentally. Tate's the man.
Andrew Tate single-handedly made me not commit suicide. Tate's videos literally got me out of the shit I was in. I mean, I'm glad I joined Real World because I got about 80,000 revenue.
And I have a massive responsibility to try my best to
improve the world, which is why we try and teach everybody who is on our team how to make as much money as possible inside of the real world.
And by the way, if you're interested in changing your life, be sure to check out the first link in the description to learn everything about the real world and to join it, because it's an absolute gem, and people telling you lies about it are just trying to make you a worse person. And I'm genuine when I'm telling you that it's highly underrated. There even was this guy from the military who Andrew Tate saved. Just take a look at this. It's insane.
I had a guy who emailed me saying he was clinically depressed and he was going to kill himself. I obviously am not a psychiatrist, I'm not a doctor.
I was medicated and all these other things, with no car, with no assets, and then I found Mr. Andrew Tate.
He emailed me back, we started going back and forth.
I was like, damn, I really love this guy. How can I learn from this guy? And then I found out, yeah, the real world.
I was on deployment. I was making $1,000 a day.
He started sending me huge emails of apology and thank you, saying you saved my life. I can't believe I was thinking of killing myself.
I owe all of my success to him and the real world.
That's not proof we teach people how to make money. I don't know what is. The real world is the single greatest educational platform in the world.
So yeah, guys, be sure to check out the first link in the description and join the group, because you won't regret it. Yeah, give me your thoughts on this in the comments below. That's it, and I'm out.